Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm your host Zulf, and today I'm speaking to you about would I buy my action camera again. So I bought an action camera a number of years ago, which is kind of it's been about 2 years now. I've been solidly posting on this channel, and I've been looking at different options during that stage to get good video. I didn't want to have a long workflow, so I used an action camera because it was easy and straightforward. Thinking about it and going back to that journey, I was looking at some of the videos I made earlier. If you searched action camera webcam, 2 of my videos are recommended on Google as being like the key videos for people searching about action cameras. So I've been lucky that I made the video that I originally made about using an action camera as a webcam, and it got people kind of using their existing gear in new ways. So that was my main aim, to help you use what you have to make video, basically. So if I was to buy this camera again, right now I don't think I would buy it again. I bought it originally because I thought, you know what, it's a nice and easy thing to do. But because I use different cameras now, which have worked out to a better quality, which actually action cameras brought me to this journey. So in a way, it was like if I didn't get the action camera, I wouldn't be where I am now with all the cameras and how I use things and how I play about with using different cables to get the most from the camera. Because when originally an action camera was meant to be, you put it in its housing and you kind of go out and do action with it. It wasn't really designed to be a webcam. So because seeing that option pop up on the screen when I played with it and put it into the USB, I thought, you know what, that's quite a handy setup. And then I moved on to a webcam. So I don't think I would buy it again. And the reason for that is the quality that I got from a 1080p action camera, and I bought multiple cameras. I ended up getting 3 to 4 cameras because I wanted multiple angles, and it worked out cheap, but the quality was also not where I wanted it to be. So for example, this is acceptable. It's only a 720p video feed, but I've set up the lighting and the background in a way that it makes it look a bit more pleasing, a bit more professional. So hopefully when I'm speaking to you, it looks a bit more nice to you and you're willing to kind of hear what I'm saying, because the audio is nice, the video quality is acceptable. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Is there something that I would improve? Because the action camera originally, when I made videos with that, it was a lot more blurry. I've got a secondary camera angle up here, which is a camcorder. So let me show you how that looks like individually. So if I do that, I'm doing this live in OBS, so you can see what a camcorder will give you quality like. You can see a big difference in the background. So that versus my original camera is a different setup. So buying an action camera again, even the 4K ones, if you're buying it for the purpose of using it as a webcam, if you get a cheap deal on it, buy it, play about with it, test your skills and see where it takes you. Because thinking about it, it's very easy to do. You can use your mobile phone as well, and that will be superior in quality, because action cameras have really small sensors, so they won't be great in low light performance. Here I've got like 3 lights. I've got a light there, and there's another light giving me extra bounce here. So that makes you think that it's great quality, but if you think about turning the lights off and then making a video, it wouldn't have been great. So cheap action camera be used as a webcam for streaming. I've done it in the past. I've suggested it. I would do it again at a pinch. If I was streaming, I did this test on my live stream where I did like a portable live stream setup, and my action camera is just up there in my background. I kind of left it there now. It's part of my background because it's kind of made my journey as becoming where we are now. We slowly kind of progressed on different types of content, but it does help you in terms of getting the best from cheap gear and then using that to get good quality video at a later stage. Because the main thing is, if you don't see what bad quality video is like, you won't know what is good quality. So if you have something to compare it against, you can slowly improve and get better and better. Because now I can happily say that the 2 years ago videos I made, the quality was a bit grainy, it wasn't great, but then now I make this 1080p videos on my DSLR cameras and multiple angles here. Those look a lot more pleasing, it's a bit more nicer to see, and it's showing that actually I'm progressing slowly on the quality I'm making as well as the audio. Because with the action camera, if you're using it for streaming or video, the volume will not come through. You'll have to have a separate mic setup to go into your system. I've done separate videos about that. But would I buy my action camera again? To recap, I don't think I would start again at action cameras. I did a lot of testing with them, a lot of playing about with them, and now they basically just sit around. So the reason they sit around is I use camcorders and a DSLR camera, which lets you use it as a webcam, and that's free via a Canon webcam utility tool, which I did a separate thing on. You've probably seen that if you're familiar with my channel. But yeah, I'm not sure I would. The battery life on them for action is okay. You get about an hour out of it. Quality 1080p, so not proper 1080p like mobile phones. It's a smaller sensor, so it won't be great. You can use it for multiple uses. You can set it up motion detection. You can put different things in it. For the price, to be honest, for 20 quid, £20 in the UK, it's worth getting just to play with. So you're not going to lose out. You'll get your value from it, because at some point you're going to try and get a shot which you can't get with anything else, and you'll end up getting it with an action camera. So in that scenario, that wasn't a clear definition answer. Would I buy it again? I've got 3 of them now. One sits in the background. One I use for testing. So maybe I would buy it still for testing, because a lot of people out there still will use them because they don't have any other options, which is reasonable. So if you don't have any other cameras, get an action camera, you'll be fine. But if you have a camcorder at home, or you have a mobile phone, which is a good quality camera, or a DSLR, then look at ways to make those do what you want it to do instead of buying something new. Just use what you have. There's loads of videos on YouTube where people share how to make your mobile phone into a webcam, make your DSLR into a webcam, make your camcorder into a webcam. So there's options out there. Hoping this gives a bit of explanation on action cameras and if I would buy it again. I don't think it really will give you any more information there, but just basically thoughts that I think are worth mentioning, because I've got the action camera video there, 2018 I think that was originally. So 2 years down the line, the camera I still have, I use it. The buttons aren't working on it, so one of the buttons is broken. But yeah, I'll link it to another video and see what you think about action cameras, and if you would use them, let me know in the comments below.